If you receive an evacuation notice, heed that notice and evacuate immediately.
An historic event is unfolding in Spokane right now. Wildfires are ripping through neighborhoods, forcing tens of thousands of families to leave their homes. As of this morning, more than 600 buildings have been destroyed. Since Saturday, the fires have burned more than 8 square miles. So far, no injuries have been reported.
The 3 fires are collectively being called the Spokane Complex Fire. Take a look at this map. On the left side of your screen is the old Trails Fire. It started around noon Saturday and quickly exploded in size. It's now the largest of the 3, burning about 3,600 acres. To the north, the Autumn Lane Fire has grown to 3,300 acres. And to the east, the Fairview Fire has scorched just over 1,000 acres. This morning, help is coming from all over the world, with fire crews from more than a dozen states and Australia joining the response. Officials say 60,000 people within Spokane city limits have been evacuated. That includes patients at the U.S. Veterans Affairs Hospital. People who escaped called the flames devastating.
This is a nuclear bomb going off in our neighborhoods, and it's not like forest fires because this is condensed into where it's demographically a lot of people. So it's really tragic.
Now let's get to Christian Balderas, who is live in Spokane this morning tracking these fires. Christian, we've been watching the videos over the weekend, just so devastating. What are you seeing there this morning?
Yeah, just absolutely heartbreaking. As the sun rises, we're getting a clearer picture as to where we're at. We're in North Spokane. This is a heavily forested and rural neighborhood that has been evacuated. Officials came out here last night doing door-to-door evacuation orders. That's because there is the blaze right behind me, just a short distance away. You can see just past this property, the smoke billowing up and the orange glow right there. Here's video we shot just minutes ago that gives you a closer look as to what we're seeing out here in this neighborhood. There are 3 blazes, which, as you mentioned, are collectively being called the Spokane Complex Fire, which has burned now nearly 8,000 acres and is still 0% contained. No deaths or injuries have been reported, but the damage has been widespread. Let's go ahead and show you video of the destruction. Over 600 structures have been damaged, and officials are calling this the most destructive fire in state history. Over 60,000 people have been evacuated, and last night there were expanded evacuation orders. Governor Bob Ferguson said he spoke to the president, who has expressed support. Now back out here live, it appears that this neighborhood and many others in this area are without power. They have been for several days. Now we are expecting the city to have a press conference this morning, so when we have more information, we will let you know. In Spokane, I'm Christian Balderas, King 5 News.
And hoping for favorable weather conditions indeed. Christian, thank you. Families in Spokane, many left without anything on their properties. Some who lost their homes say they may choose not to rebuild.
I don't think I'm going to rebuild here because I don't ever want to have to relive a fire coming up this hill again. And I've been in Spokane my entire 64 years because my little brother died in an accident when he was 6. And that's why I stayed close to my family. I think it's time for me to leave Spokane.
Thousands of families are on standby right now, waiting to see how the fire spread and whether they should evacuate too. One man we spoke with says his car is ready to go with things that can't be replaced.
You have this little period where you're going, what is really important? You know, you start getting baby pictures, records and so forth, and then you start looking at clothes and stuff, say, how much do I need?
Fire officials tell us they can't get an exact number of how many structures have burned quite yet, but most were homes. They say it could take up to a week to assess the exact number, but as we reported this morning, some 600 structures have been lost.
And we're getting a closer look at the damage across Spokane. These images show some of the neighborhoods hit hardest by the fire. The Spokane Complex wildfire is the most destructive in Washington state history when it comes to structures lost. The Carlton Complex Fire in Okanogan County in 2014 destroyed 500 buildings, including homes. The Spokane Fire, as we just mentioned, has surpassed that number. Firefighters say the rapid growth was driven in part by extreme winds, with gusts reported between 35 and 45 miles per hour, pushing flames quickly into densely populated neighborhoods.